Hi, my name is Brian. Welcome to another video on derivatives. In this video, we are going to use the chain rule to find the first and second derivative. So the function that we have, or that I want to differentiate, looks like this. 5 over 1 plus sine x squared. Now you might be thinking, all right, I'll differentiate this using the quotient rule. And you can, but notice that when you differentiate the top, you're going to get 0. And so half of that quotient rule is going to be kind of a waste. So whenever you have a function of this form, where you have a constant over some function, so we'll say function, and then we can even raise it to the nth power to make sure it fits exactly that form. You can rewrite this by bringing this function up top. So you'd have the function to the negative n. And that way, when you're trying to take the derivative, you're just going to actually have a nice extended power rule, or the special case of the chain rule. Anyways, I'm going to rewrite that function now, so it looks like this. Now we are going to differentiate 1 plus sine x to the negative second power. To distinguish between the first and second derivative, I'm going to use y prime for the first derivative. So again, it's a nice extended power rule. You're going to bring this negative 2 down out front with the 5 to make a negative 10. You're then going to leave the inside alone and subtract 1 off the exponent. All right, so that's differentiating the outside. Now, doing the chain rule, we have to differentiate the inside. And derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of sine is cosine. And that's it. So that's the first derivative. Now, when we move on to the second derivative, we actually have a product of two functions. So here's our first function, which I'll call f, and then here's our second function, g. Now my pal over there is going to show you the product rule. I'm going to write it down myself, but it's going to be f prime g plus fg prime. So I'm going to write out the intermediate step here. So I'm going to put f in brackets, so we have the negative 10, 1 plus sine x, negative 3 prime, and then times g, plus, and we're going to leave f alone. That's negative 10, 1 plus sine x, negative 3, and then we'll differentiate cosine. Notice that I put brackets around the function that I'm differentiating. I do that to help keep track of everything and knowing what I'm differentiating and what I'm leaving alone. Okay, let's go ahead and differentiate the first piece. Again, it is an extended power rule. Bring that negative 3 down onto a negative 10 to make positive 30. Leave the inside alone. Again, we're doing a chain rule. Subtract 1 off the exponent, you get negative 4. We then have to multiply by the derivative of the inside. Derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of sine is cosine. And then you're going to have another cosine because that's your g that we left alone. So here is the derivative of f. Okay. Plus, now we're going to leave this alone. That's our f. And then differentiate g. Derivative of cosine is negative sine. All right, so that's the second derivative. I did notice I didn't put the y double prime. Anyways, we are done. What you can do is you can distribute this cosine in, make that cosine squared. But otherwise, I'd leave your answer like that, especially if you were asked only to find the second derivative. Anyways, I hope this helps. Good luck.